Okay, my big Kubota is limping. Done threw a shoe. So, how to get the tire off and take it to the shop. I could have probably fixed it myself, never have, don't have the patch, but I could have bought one probably. But on this one, I would say, or on any tractor, I found a good point on this side, you know, because this is the wheel that's coming off. On this side, and I put a bottle jack under it, hydraulic jack, and jacked it up to where obviously where the tire was off the ground. Used the impact wrench. Boy, that is a time saver. And then how to put a 200-pound tire in the back of your truck when you're old and gray and just really don't want to do it. Okay, I blocked up the back real well. I've still got the bottle jack under it, but I blocked the back of it up real well with some wood and blocks. I wouldn't have put the metal tractor straight on the blocks because they can crumble them. Metal can crumble that, so I think, this is my own opinion, softening that somewhat is using wood blocks on top of the HADOT block. So that's what I did. Anyway, how to put a 200-pound tire by yourself in the back of your truck. Well, what I did was just roll it up here on front, set it in my front end loader, strapped it down a little bit, raised the front end loader up, making sure again that the back was blocked up nicely because you're putting a load on the front end now, and actually that's going to raise the back end up. When you start putting some weight in the front end, it's going to want to raise the back end. So I made sure everything was blocked up. You know, we're standing here three-legged and you're lifting up something. So 200 pounds is not much for the front end loader, but it can you know, make your tractor do funny things. So put the tire in the front, raised it up about 3 feet off the ground. I backed my truck up to it and rolled it over in there. Alright, gonna take it to get her fixed, and then actually I took it to get her fixed, and I'm ready to unload now and put it back on the tractor. Now I'll show you a little bit of that. Getting it out of the truck is not near as hard as getting it up in the truck. Gravity helps. So I'll roll it up to the tractor and I'll show you if there's an issue or two that I think you might need to know about. I'll show you that. Okay, I have finagled it back and forth, kind of moving it back, running it back and forth to where the bolts align with the holes in the tractor, but I'm still about a ½ inch low. So I need to raise the tractor tire about a ½ inch, so I have laid down what is probably about a ½ inch piece of old scrap wood. I will roll the tire up on that. That should raise the tire up to where it should fit in the holes without too much strain and effort on me. We'll see. Okay. That was kind of a pain in the butt. First time I did it, it's on my second time. First time I did it, it lined up pretty well. Put a board under it, kind of slid on there. I couldn't get the lugs to line up, so I had to, the board made it easier in that I could turn the wheel a little bit, and it would skid a little bit better on the board than those treads would have just on the concrete. But after doing that 2 or 3 times and kind of getting under it, prying it up with the crowbar, I got one lug nut on it, and I'm kind of winded. So I'll put the other ones on, tighten her down. Okay, got them on all kind of loose. Go back, tighten all of them, make sure. Don't want that puppy coming off later. you get the point. I'll go back and tighten them all up real good, then I'll tell you one more thing. So, once you get the tire on, obviously, jack that up where you can get your blocks out. And then you let her down. Now I'm sitting on that wood. I guess I could pull the wood. I'll just roll off the wood. Not a big deal. Let her down. Okay. And I'll pull all this out so I can drive her out. Tractor's been down for a couple of days, and man, I miss it when it's down. Costs $40 to repair it. I've got a tube that I could have put on there. I just wasn't sure about finding the nail and stuff. I keep an extra tube for the front and the rear tires, and if the poop hits the prop, I'm gonna have I need to buy a patch kit where I can do this myself, and it's easier to do. I watched some videos. It's much easier to do on the tractor. Just raise it up, let the air out. It pretty much pulls away, breaks it down pretty easy. Crowbars in here, and you just pull the tube out from here. Always mark your spot like they did for the valve stem, in that when you find your leak, then you can look on the tire, using that as your reference point. Look on the tire for your sticker, nail, whatever's in it. Anyway, this I was going to say that the rear tire is a pain in the butt. This one's 5 feet tall probably, and again probably weighs 200 pounds, maybe more. I did not want it to drop to the ground because I did not want to have to try to pick it up. But if the front tire, if you've got a front end loader, and man, if you got a tractor and don't have a loader, gosh, I highly recommend that. But with the front end loader, if I have a flat on the front, I just lower that front end loader down and it picks up the front end. So that's a breeze to change these. These are not a breeze. But it can get done. Everything can be done. Move all my junk out of the way, and I'm back in business. Thought you might want to see this. You may not want it to. But that's okay. You're gonna see, you've watched it anyway. It's too late now to turn it off. You watched it. So I'm done, and we are gone. Big K back on the road.